Hello, this is Rika with my presentation of the life cycle of the monarch butterfly and the duck-billed platypus. This map marks the places butterflies have been reported being sighted. It is updated throughout the year. It is believed that in the United States that there are 3 distinct populations of the monarch butterfly species. My focus will be on the population that overwinters on the California coast. They've spent their diapause, or hibernation phase, on eucalyptus trees and Monterey pine groves in over 300 overwintering sites that stretch from Baja California to Sonoma County. Over the course of a year, there are 4 generations. I begin my presentation with the 4th generation. Around late January and early February, when the weather starts to warm up and the day length is beyond 11 hours a day, the monarchs will begin to mate. After mating, migration inland and north begins. They feed on nectar along the way while looking for the first sprouts of milkweed. The egg stage is the first stage of life for the monarch butterfly. 3 to 5 days after an egg is laid, it hatches. The second stage is the larva stage. The caterpillar will eat the egg shell it hatched out of before devouring the milkweed leaves it was laid on. Monarch larvae will only survive off milkweed leaves. The caterpillar will eat milkweed leaves and molt 4 to 5 times over the course of 9 to 14 days before it moves into its 3rd stage of life, the pupa, also known as the chrysalis stage. The caterpillar will finally move away from the milkweed plant to find a safe location to lay a silk-like mat that it can attach itself to. It will then let itself drop to hang upside down in the shape of a J. It will remain in this position for 1 day. Under the caterpillar's skin is a jade green casing, which is called the chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis is when metamorphosis will transform the caterpillar into a butterfly. In 9 to 14 days, depending on the temperature, the butterfly will emerge. It takes about 1 hour from hatching before the butterfly is ready to fly. In 4 to 7 days, this first generation butterfly will be ready to mate and start the second generation. The first through 3rd generation monarchs typically live 2 to 6 weeks. The 4th generation of monarchs' reproductive systems will not be activated, which will enable them to migrate back to the overwintering sites to wait for warmer weather to mate and start the annual cycle of the monarch butterfly. My second life cycle species takes us to Australia. The duck-billed platypus is a solitary animal that lives along a permanent body of fresh water, such as streams ranging from alpine creeks to tropical woodland rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and farm dams. They prefer areas with steep, well-vegetated banks to burrow. Their burrows are shallow with an entry just large enough to squeeze their body through to help remove excess water from their fur as they enter. However, females will dig elaborate burrows after mating to provide their young with shelter. The platypus is one of 5 mammals to be born from an egg. The platypus is not a monogamous creature, and the father has no role in raising the babies. Mating season varies with latitude. The centrally located will mate from late winter through early spring. Those more north will mate earlier in the season, while those in the southern regions will mate later. After mating, eggs will develop inside her body for about 1 month. She will lay 2 to 3 soft-shelled eggs in her burrow and incubate them for 10 days. The babies will hatch out of their eggs using their egg teeth and spur buds. Their mother's milk will be their only food source for 4 months. The mother secretes milk out of pores, and the milk pools in grooves on her abdomen, where the babies lap it up. As the babies reach their 4-month mark, their mother will begin to spend less time with them, forcing them to leave the burrow. Their baby teeth will have fallen out, and horn plates or hardened gums will be used to grind their adult food. Once the babies leave the burrow, they will eat adult food. They use their duck bill to shovel stream bed debris for insect larvae, freshwater shrimp, crayfish, and worms. The platypus uses electroreceptors and touch receptors to help navigate underwater and can detect minute electrical signals given off by muscles of its prey. The platypus will reach sexual maturity at age 2, and the life cycle of the duck-bill platypus begins again. I hope you enjoyed my presentation of the monarch butterfly and the duck-billed platypus. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.